One place on Earth everyone will be 100% safe from the coronavirus, and that is on the island of Sentinelese, but be very afraid if the coronavirus don't get you, the islander might. The Sentinelese, also known as the Sentinelese and the North Sentinel Islanders, are an indigenous people who inhabit North Sentinel Island in the Bay of Bengal in India. They are one of the world's last uncontacted peoples. Designated a particularly vulnerable tribal group and a scheduled tribe, they belong to the broader class of Andamanese people. Along with the Great Andamanese, the Jarawas, the Anch, the Champan, and the Nicobarese, the Sentinelese are one of the 6 native and often reclusive peoples of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Unlike the others, the Sentinelese appear to have consistently refused any interaction with the outside world. They are hostile to outsiders and have killed people who approached or landed on the island. In 1956, the Government of India declared North Sentinel Island a tribal reserve and prohibited travel within 3 miles (4.8 kilometers) of it. It further maintains a constant armed patrol to prevent intrusions by outsiders. Photography is prohibited. There is significant uncertainty as to the group's size, with estimates ranging between 15 and 500 individuals, but mostly between 50 and 200. The Sentinelese have dark skin and may be shorter in stature than average humans. One report by Heinrich Harrer described a man as 1.6 meters (5 feet 3 in) tall, possibly because of insular dwarfism, the so-called island effect, nutrition, or simply genetic heritage. During a 2014 circumnavigation of their island, researchers put their height between 5 feet 3 in (1.60 meters) and 5 feet 5 in (1.65 meters) and recorded their skin color as dark, shining black, with well-aligned teeth. They showed no signs of obesity and had very prominent muscles. They are considered one of the world's last uncontacted peoples, designated a particularly vulnerable tribal group and a scheduled tribe. They belong to the broader class of Andamanese people. Along with the Great Andamanese, the Jarawas, the Anch, the Champan, and the Nicobarese, the Sentinelese are one of the 6 native and often reclusive peoples of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Unlike the others, the Sentinelese appear to have consistently refused any interaction with the outside world. They are hostile to outsiders and have killed people who approached or landed on the island. In the 27th of January 2006, Indian fishermen Sundar Raj and Pandit Tiwari, who had been attempting to illegally harvest crabs off North Sentinel Island, drifted towards the island after their boat's makeshift anchor failed during the night. They did not respond to warning calls from passing fishermen, and their boat drifted into the shallows near the island, where a group of Sentinelese warriors attacked the boat and killed the fishermen with axes. According to one report, the bodies were later put on bamboo stakes facing out to sea like scarecrows. 3 days later, an Indian Coast Guard helicopter, dispatched for the purpose, found the buried bodies. When the helicopter tried to retrieve them, it was attacked by Sentinelese armed with spears and arrows, and the mission was soon abandoned. There were contrasting views in the local community as to whether the Sentinelese ought to be prosecuted for the murder. Pandya hypothesizes that the aggressive response might have been caused by the sudden withdrawal of those gift-carrying expeditions, which was not influenced or informed by any acts of the Sentinelese. He also notes that whilst the images of the hostile Sentinelese were heavily propagated in the media, the images of them burying the dead were never released. This selective display led to an effective negation of the friendly images that were circulated in the aftermath of the 1991 contact, which have been already taken out of public display and restored the 1975 National Geographic narrative. In November 2018, John Allen Chow, a 26-year-old American, trained and sent by the U.S.-based Christian missionary organization All Nations, traveled to North Sentinel Island with the aim of contacting and living among the Sentinelese in the hope of converting them to Christianity. Chow did not seek the necessary permits required to visit the island and traveled illegally to the island by bribing local fishermen. He expressed a clear desire to convert the tribe and awareness of the risk of death he faced and of the illegality of his visits, writing, "Lord, is this island Satan's last stronghold where none have heard or even had the chance to hear your name? The eternal lives of this tribe is at hand, and I think it's worthwhile to declare Jesus to these people. Please do not be angry at them or at God if I get killed. Don't retrieve my body. On the 15th of November, Chow attempted his first visit in a fishing boat, which took him about 500 to 700 meters 1,600 to 2,300 feet from shore. The fisherman warned Chow not to go farther, but he canoed toward shore with a waterproof Bible. As he approached, he attempted to communicate with the islanders and to offer gifts, but he retreated after facing hostile responses. On another visit, Chow recorded that the islanders reacted to him with a mixture of amusement, bewilderment and hostility. He attempted to sing worship songs to them, and spoke to them in Xhosa, after which they often fell silent. Other attempts to communicate ended with them bursting into laughter. They apparently communicated with lots of high-pitched sounds and gestures. Eventually, according to Chow's last letter, when he tried to hand over fish and gifts, a boy shot a metal-headed arrow that pierced the Bible he was holding in front of his chest, after which he retreated again. On his final visit, on the 17th of November, Chow instructed the fishermen to leave without him. The fishermen later saw the islanders dragging Chow's body, and the next day they saw his body on the shore. Police subsequently arrested 7 fishermen for assisting Chow to get close to the restricted island. His death was treated as a murder, but there was no suggestion that the Sentinelese would be charged. 82, and the U.S. government confirmed that it did not ask the Indian government to press charges against the tribe. Indian officials made several attempts to recover Chow's body but eventually abandoned those efforts. An anthropologist involved in the case told The Guardian that the risk of a dangerous clash between investigators and the islanders was too great to justify any further attempts. If you think of going there and saving yourself from the coronavirus, you are better off stay at home and watching TV than going to this island and being hunted. Thank you for watching. Please do like, comment and subscribe.